This is Matt Orr with the convention coordinator for the IGDN, and I'm at GenCon 2022, and I'm talking to some members, and I got Joie Martin here with me outside the IGDN booth. Joie, tell us about your games that you have here at the con.
Okay, so I have a new game for this year. It's called Wayfaring Strange. It's kind of like if you've ever read or watched American Gods, or if you've ever listened to Alice Isn't Dead, very much that liminal American folk kind of magic, otherworld liminality type deal. It's diceless. It uses wooden nickels, kind of like the souvenir wooden nickels you would get from a roadside attraction. And you just bid and barter those to basically play the game and make your character do all sorts of weird and interesting things.
I've looked through it. I bought it. I think you're maybe the top seller among the IGDN, the two other members of IGDN, because everybody's been looking at it and buying it. It looks great. I want to ask you about the art inside. Is it photo referenced, or is it photo manipulated, or did you have an artist make all that?
It's photo manipulated. It's taken, I take a base image from someplace that's a free photo site, Pixabay, Raw Pixel, something like that. And then I basically desaturate it, make the line work a little heavy, and then do a couple of different renditions and add some stuff in the background or the foreground. So I usually call it digital photo collage, because it's kind of what it is. You're just taking bits and pieces of different things and laying them on top of them. But I like the kind of graphic, almost comic book-like style feel that it usually results in.
Yeah, it looks amazing and so fitting for the setting, that gritty sort of like you're saying, it's all truck stops and highways and, small hotels, and, it looks really great. So it was gorgeous. And the size, you chose to make it in that travel map size or something like that. It just stands out as such a product here.
Thank you. I wasn't entirely sure that the travel brochure format was going to work, but a lot of people have seemed really excited about it, so I'm glad I went with that. I think we've sold out of the copies here at the IGDN booth, but I still have a few copies back home that if you go to my website, you can order those and I'll mail them to you.
Awesome. I know you've been playing a lot of games of Wayfaring Strange. Mm-hmm. Have you seen anything else at the con that caught your interest or that you want to give a shout out to?
I haven't had a lot of chances to play things, but I know that there are a lot of games by other IGDN designers that I wish I could have played, but I was GMing at the time. So I like almost everything that Craig does, where I've played Died Laughing. Good Strong Hands is an amazing game. I like a lot of what Pete does. I have not had a chance to play Rest in Pieces yet, but I really, really want to, because I love that concept.
Yeah, it's I haven't played it either, but it looks cool, and and he nominated.
Yeah, I mean, so is Craig. So
that's true, and he nominated.
So many nominees and winners among our IGDN members. It's amazing.
It's a really strong year for us. Yeah. It's still going great. All right, so I want to ask you about what's coming next for from Drowning Moon Studios. What I know it's maybe what does the future hold?
So I currently got 2 books that are in the works. They were both kickstarted, and one was Indiegogo from last year. One of them is Follow Me Down, which is the really big, gorgeous 8x11 hardback, and it's based on the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice. We funded pretty well back then, and it's finally getting to a point where we're almost done with the art for the book, so it's time for layout. So assuming we stay on schedule, that'll be probably out toward the end of this year. It'll go to the Kickstarter backers first, obviously. And then I actually have another small game coming out around the same time, and that one's Starcoa Hall, and that's basically think every Gothic fiction novel that you've ever heard of. It's very much that, you're a character that is a girl in a girls' boarding school in an isolated location, and all these mysteries are happening around you, and you have to use your intuition and your skills that you've learned as being a Victorian child to figure out what is actually going on. That one's a lot smaller. It's, a little zine-sized game, but it also probably will be out around the end of the year, December-ish. And then next year, I'm actually going to try kickstarting Wayfaring Strange in March or so, late February, early March, and not only put additional physical copies of that game out, but also put out supplements for it. Things like, here's your roadmap to liminal America, or here's your guide to making talismans, or being a root worker, or performing rituals, all of that sort of stuff.
All of those sound amazing projects. I'll be looking forward to all of those.
Thank you.
So if you, in Wayfaring Strange, What vehicle do you travel the liminal spaces of America with?
Most of the time, it tends to be a big rig of some sort. I mean, it's thematic, and truckers live very transient lifestyles, so they've seen some strange stuff.
I believe it fully. All right. Thank you so much for talking to me today. Where can people find you on the internet if they want to know more about Drowning Moon Studios or you?
So you can find Drowning Moon Studios at drowningmoonstudios.com. It's got all of the products that we have for sale, both the physical copies and the PDF copies. You can also find it on Twitter at DrowningMoonRPG. I can be found at Honey in Hedgerow on Twitter as well.
All right. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your con.
Thanks for interviewing me. It was nice talking with you.